So I don't know if this particular message is about that or not. It really doesn't matter because it's true for any fear, but I think the money fear is a common one, so it's a good one to use as an example. So the temptation in my mind then, especially as I was paying bills and subtracting out of the checkbook, the temptation in my mind then would be to fear running out of money and having some kind of disaster. The disaster was never specific for me, but something awful. Something awful. If there's no money, there's something awful. My mind could at least get that far. And so the temptation would be to worry and worry and worry about that. Maybe with my personality to refigure the budget 1,000,000 times, try and figure out exactly how long the money was going to last. And of course, what Holy Spirit is saying in this particular message is that in doing all of that, what I'm really doing, is believing that the world is a place of separateness. That's really what I'm doing. And it's funny because, that's something that could be missed entirely if one isn't paying attention with the Holy Spirit. Because the ego gets us to focus on fears that seem to be something else, seem to be very real. And we don't realize that what we're doing in our mind by listening to these fears is believing that the world is a place of separateness, or said another way, that separation is real. But certainly, I think with the money example, we can see this very clearly. If I believe that, I am being guided to take certain steps and I'm following those steps, and at the same time, I believe I'm going to run out of money and be left hanging, I'm really believing I am cut off from the Holy Spirit that I serve, or I'm really believing that I am cut off from the oneness that I serve. And I am not trusting that through our oneness or through our Holy Spirit, some kind of an answer is going to appear so that I can continue to do the work I'm being asked to work. I'm reminded now of in the Bible, in Matthew recently, we read where Jesus was talking to the apostles when he was sending the apostles out to preach 2 by 2. And he asked them not to take any money or anything like that. But he said, a worker is worth his keep. A worker is worth his keep. And what he really means by that is that Holy Spirit or your Father will take care of you. And what that's really a symbol of is a symbol of the fact that our world is not a place of separation. That's really what that's a symbol of when we follow our guidance and trust that we will be cared for. And so when I'm fearing that I won't be, then of course I'm believing the world is a place of separateness. But not only does Holy Spirit explain very, very briefly here what I'm really afraid of, but Holy Spirit explains what the answer is. Holy Spirit explains how I can let go of that belief in separation. When I am worrying that I'm not going to be provided for, I am furthering the belief of separation in my mind. But when I am resting the mind, letting go of that worry, even when the circumstance still seems to be that I do not know the answers, but I just rest and I just trust, then what I'm truly doing is reversing that belief in the mind. I am letting go of the belief in separation because I'm trusting that our oneness is going to answer for me. So I'm saying that no separation exists. Anything from you, Eliel?
A lot in this little paragraph.
Well, good. You